If you're looking for a place with vintage charm that brings the social vibes day and night, say hello to Hendy's on Henderson. In the heart of Knox, Henderson, it is the ultimate spot for cocktails, conversation, and curated bites. Joining us is one of the owners, Chris Carpenter, and Chef Peja Korstic. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us here on Texas Today.
Thanks for having us.
And bringing us the good food as well. Henderson Avenue, it's a well-known spot, and y'all are truly reinvesting in the neighborhood. How are you doing that?
Of course, we've always had our eye on that neighborhood because we loved it so much. We're there all the time, and there's such a diversity between all the venues and spots that are down there, and we wanted to bring something, fun and vibrant and cool to the area that, the neighborhood would appreciate. So.
And I feel like it's a total vibe, but a big thing is the menu as well. Chef, what can we find on the menu? You brought some dishes here.
Yes, we did. Overall, our menu is to be on the American classics with a little bit of a twist.
Okay.
And some seasonality, nothing to be too scary for the young crowd that we have coming in, but to be proud of. From our right to left, we have some peach and burrata, very seasonal with some radish. Then we have a pretzel calamari, which is a huge seller, I gotta say, with a tartare sauce. Then right next to that, we have a beef tartare served on our sweet potato hash brown with some sweet potato crispers on top. Kind of a healthier-ish way of eating a beef tartare.
Yeah, it's a very fancy beef tartare.
Fancy,
okay.
Yes. And then right next to that, we have a beautiful chicken fried sandwich.
This is Texas.
Texas. We all love fried chicken, so this is our version of it. And last but not least, we have a smoked salmon dip that we serve with a trout roe, some radishes, and a house-made potato chips.
Very nice. Let's talk about the vibe inside of Hendy's. There's also multiple venues as well, Chris. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so when we were designing the space, we kind of wanted to make it feel more or less like a home. So, houses have their different areas. They have their living room, their dining room, maybe a library, reading room. So at Hendy's, we have a library area with a fireplace. We have booth seating. We have dining tables. We have high tops. And then we also have couches for people to sit at. And then we have a great patio as well. So.
You have a huge patio. I feel like that's truly what invites people inside. Let's talk about the patio.
Yeah, so we knocked all the walls out and we put in these giant sliding glass doors. So, people enjoy it because when the doors are open, they get to sit on the patio and not be basically isolated on the patio and still get to enjoy the fun from the inside.
Now, I follow you guys on Instagram. You've got some popular cocktails. Let's talk about the cocktail menu.
Yeah, we wanted to make something that was very fun and vibrant, and then also have, a lot of your classics on the menu as well. So we also had a mixologist come in and basically refine all of our recipes for us. So we have very good tasting, well balanced drinks that are fun and Instagrammable as well.
What are some of your favorites on that menu?
The coconut matcha has been a big hit. Yeah.
Chef, back to the menu because there are some favorites on the menu like the lasagna.
Lasagna, yeah. Well, I have a background in Asian cuisine, so I wanted to incorporate some of those flavors that I think they're, nice and bright and bring the food to life. So we have some lasagna that is mixed with lemongrass and a little bit of a ginger and served in between a leek pasta and finished off with some beautiful roasted caramelized onion bechamel.
Ooh, Chef,
can't go wrong with that.
Really nice, yes. What do you want first-timers to experience when it comes to the vibe and the food?
I think the atmosphere, more importantly. We designed the venue to make it feel like you could sit there for hours at a time. And, I think we did a good job with it.
Chef, what about you when it comes to first-timers and experiencing your menu?
They can come into a place and sit down and really have great tasting food, executed the right way, give them some of that freshness with the seasonality so it doesn't become too boring after a few months.
You're absolutely right. Now, we heard your favorite cocktail, but what's your favorite thing on the menu?
It has to be the beef tartare, this peach salad over here, and
I said one thing, Chef. Everything?
Well, you're asking me which one of my kids is favorite, so
okay, you can't. You're absolutely right. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us here on Texas Today. It was such a pleasure to have you. And from the food to the vibe, Hendy's is where Dallas goes to unwind in style. Book your reservation for Hendy's on Henderson on Resi Now and follow along at Hendy's on Henderson.